Health or wealth, they are not mutually exclusive. Hello everyone, this is Mazen. Welcome to a special two-part episode of the Maximal Life. Doesn't the absence of aches and pains make it so pleasurable to go outdoors for fun or a bike ride or a game with your kids? You return charged up and feeling vitally alive. Maintaining good health without any illness, disease, or infirmity gives you the opportunity to reach peak performance levels at work and to enjoy life and to really savor the fruits of all your hard work. Isn't it marvelous to be fit, healthy, vital, brimming with energy, and full of life? There is such a sense of gratitude and satisfaction that accompanies that feeling of well-being. Isn't it wonderful not to have your pleasure of life dimmed or the range of your activities curtailed by the aches and diseases, the do's and do-nots? So, when the question of health or wealth is raised, I find that the two-letter word, or, especially misplaced. Because imagine someone who is living the life of the grind mind, who spends all of his time working, long hours put into the office work, little or no time for family, leisure, or personal health. He makes hundreds of thousands of dollars, but loses his good health in the process, and then goes on to spend his hard-earned money to regain that health. On the other hand, imagine someone leading a maximal life, investing time in his health and in his relationships. He is far more likely to enjoy a longer, more productive, more prosperous work life and fewer medical expenses. So really, it's hardly a question of health or wealth. It's health and wealth that we should all focus on as maximal achievers. We will be diving deep into this subject during this and the next episode of the Maximal Life. The importance of optimal health generates wealth for your today and for all of your tomorrows. The way that health is tied to prosperity is self-evident, and yet is something that tends to be forgotten in the everyday grind. So today, I want to direct the full focus of your attention to this vital subject before illness or injury occurs. And that is the importance of being proactive about health and not waiting until things go wrong. Health equals more productivity, which equals more wealth, and also equals a long and fulfilled life. As Herophilus, an ancient Greek physician, said, when health is absent, wealth is useless. And in fact, what good is having a lot of money when poor health places a bunch of restrictions on your enjoyment of it? While this is undoubtedly true, the connection between good health and prosperity is more profound and more direct. The statistics all point to how wealth generation has a direct correlation with good health, and this is for a number of reasons. Increased productivity because of fewer work days lost to illness, a better career progression because of perceived greater reliability, the ability to work a longer time before having to retire, and most importantly, because you end up actually spending less money on diseases and their treatments. Let's start with a simple example of how being in poor shape influences the way one is treated in the workplace. While it's illegal to discriminate based on factors such as a person's weight, being obese is seen to be so closely related to poor health and its outcomes that organizations in reality do show a clear bias towards individuals with healthy weight when hiring, as well as when under consideration for career advancement and also for promotions. So being obese or overweight, when seen as an indicator of poor health, can and does impact your chances of being hired, promoted, and doing well in your career. Look at the health and life insurance premiums. The poorer your health, the higher these insurance premiums can be. It is a simple cause and effect relationship. The impact of health, and especially poor health, falls directly on businesses too. Absenteeism, where the person is physically there but underperforming, lowers productivity. Employee turnout and turnover increases, and morale drops. So it is also the interest of the business owners and managers to help workers maintain good health. According to a British report called Health at Work, the cost of work-related health problems in the European Union amount to over 3% of the GDP of the European Union. Can you even begin to imagine how much our neglect towards health is costing us, our family, our company, our country? According to estimates, a smoker giving up smoking can directly save about $2,000 a year. And the savings in terms of improved health and well-being and prevention of diseases could be several times that much. A recent study examined the possible impact of increase in excise tax on suggested and sugared beverages. Upping tax would reduce consumption, and this could also potentially prevent 2.4 million cases of diabetes, 95,000 cases of heart disease, and 26,000 cases of premature deaths, while at the same time generating billions in tax revenue. Now, that's a tax hike that I fully support. Another interesting study examined whether the link between health and wealth influenced decision-making. The study found that despite the clear link between good health and wealth creation, governments and policymakers are not focusing sufficiently on health initiatives. So it's up to us, you and me, to take charge, to make our own bodies support our own success. Grappling with the success paradox. I do acknowledge the inherent difficulties here. It is what some expect, to call the success paradox. The pursuit of success itself leads to deterioration of health. For many people, working hard means less time for exercise, healthy food choices, and activities that enhance wellness, leading to more negative stress. So yes, it can be a tricky balance to maintain, but that's why I'm here. Over the course of this and the next episode, I'm going to show you how you can maintain this delicate balance to live the life most only dream of. Consider the story of Forbes contributor Gary Gunderson, who changed the way he approached improvement of his life. To begin with, it was all about professional financial success and working to improve his business. That was his main focus. Along the way, however, he acknowledged a central fact of life. What good is all the money in the world if my family life is dysfunctional? What good is all the millions if I cannot enjoy it to the fullest? How does the bank balance help if my health does not permit me to travel, eat, and enjoy? What good is it if I have to spend this money paying off medical bills? Not only is poor health bad for business now, it leads to poor business decisions in the future as well. Gunderson found that he needed to make change in 5 areas of his life: physical, mental, spiritual, social, and business. So he went about making changes in his life to improve all these aspects: hiring a personal trainer to improve physical wellness, reading more books to improve mental and spiritual well-being, exercising with others to learn from and share with them, and also implementing a daily power hour to learn and meditate, checking with other like-minded people to keep him on his habits and also to keep him accountable. He realized in time it is not a question of health or wealth. It's health and wealth. It's always been health and wealth. Health is wealth isn't merely a proverb. It is the truth of life. I love how Gandhi said it. Health is real wealth, not pieces of gold and silver. If this sounds too idealistic to you, consider the quoted words of A.J. Reb Matari. So many people spend their health gaining wealth and then have to spend their wealth to regain their health. Isn't that precisely the success paradox I spoke about earlier? After all, this is the only body you have, the only place you have to live. Can you really afford to not take care of it? Investing in health offers an excellent return on investment. Consider the ROI when you opt for a well-designed company wellness program. The savings in terms of reduced sick leave and reduced health care costs, and also the obvious gains that also add up. Additionally, an increase in terms of morale and motivation, and the doubled efforts employee who are fitter and who feel better cannot be fully quantified. Similar investments you can make towards your own health, like learning to eat better, gaining and getting a gym membership, or purchasing home cross-trainer that you actually make good use of, are also bound to reap rich dividends now and in the future in terms of a longer productive life and more time to enjoy the rewards of your hard work and savings. It is easier to maintain good health than to regain it. Consider how small improvements in your daily morning routine could make a difference to your health and your wealth. As you head to work each morning, do you stop by a convenient coffee shop to grab some beverage? Something that many financial planners now refer to as the latte factor. This beverage costs you several dollars every day, which adds to a very significant amount each year, which also adds to hundreds of unnecessary calories in your daily intake. So where on the one hand, you are spending money unnecessarily, you are also creating avoidable health issues or compounding existing problems. And instead, choose to fix yourself a healthy protein shake before leaving home. It keeps you full, satisfied, and gives you sustained energy without adding unnecessary calories or sugar and costs a fraction. You fix both problems in one stroke. The time to take action is now. The time to become proactive about your health was yesterday. Why wait until something goes wrong to make the change that you need in your life? There are just so many reasons to make your health a priority that there is never any reason to procrastinate or to make excuses of not prioritizing your health. Yes, there are pressures on your time and there are many demands, but the longer you avoid taking actions towards your health, the more likely it is that the problems will crop up, chronic conditions will develop, and that you will sacrifice time, vitality, energy levels, and your productivity somewhere along the way. When you are healthier, you are a lot better equipped to deal with the pressures, the problems, and the crises that can crop up in your personal and professional life as well. In practical terms, good health is a terrific asset for maximal achievers and leaders. You can handle the demanding assignments, provide valuable guidance to your team, manage travel schedules effectively, and have the energy for those important meetings and the fresh ideas for the brainstorming sessions. Even your stockholders want you healthier and want you to be healthy. We've all seen how stock prices can fluctuate depending upon the news of a CEO or a top company executive illness or disability, haven't we? Decide to make one positive change in your lifestyle today. One that will have a positive ripple effect on your health and well-being. It could be cutting down on sugar or soda drinks. It could be to quit smoking. Or it could be to start running 3 times a week. Decide on one such motion today and stick with it. Stick with it like your life depends on it, because frankly, it does. Now that we've established the absolute and vital importance of good health for practically all spheres of life, join me in the next episode as I guide you and equip you with the tools to take charge of your life and your health. Thanks for joining me today. And stay tuned for the concluding episode of this series. Your life tomorrow will be a reflection of what you think and do today. Make it worthwhile. Make it bright. Make it prosperous. The question isn't health or wealth, but the answer is always health and wealth. That's the way to the maximal life. If you like what you have seen and heard, please subscribe.